We're live! Yay! Hi, y'all! I promise not to make this a mukbang, but I am kind of eating while I'm reading because dinner just got finished. And I so missed Peter's cooking. I was just telling these guys that while I was on vacation, we ate out a lot, which was great, and it was fun and everything, but I really did miss Peter's cooking. There's nothing like eating from home. So, hello, how is everybody? I missed everybody. I will say too, keep in mind that with StreamYard, we have to be patient on our end, and you guys have to be patient with us on your end because it adds extra lag time. So like it adds an extra like 10 seconds or so of lag. So when you're asking questions and we're like, hello, do you have a question? Oh, no. Ah, Steven, no. Shit. Come back, Steven. When you're asking questions and stuff, it takes longer for us to see your question and all that kind of stuff because the lag is a lot more. We'll wait just a second here and hopefully Steven will be right back. And Hexen's going to go yell at people there. Yes, it's a great time to start.
I've asked for like some type of like a little bit of silence, not too much, but a little bit for like 20 minutes prior.
Right. There he is. We're back. All right.
This didn't happen last week during my live.
You can blame me. All right. All right. So
I was trying to get the comments. I can't see the comments.
No. And he. Whoops. All right. Okay, we have had asking for readings already. And I'm so glad everyone wants a reading. That's awesome. It's all Jen's fault. Pookie, you're gonna get it, mister. Okay. How do we want to do this? Do we want to do this like before where we ask for certain emojis and stuff? I'd rather
I like that.
Then try to keep a running list. It's really hard to keep a running list when we have like so many people. So we'll just do the best we can. There will not be a list. We'll just, ask for whoever wants a reading. We'll ask for a specific emoji, like your favorite, whatever, car, your favorite mode of transportation, your whatever. And then I hate to do the first one. We'll try to be specific, like, I don't know. Don't make me think. I'm just coming back from vacation, damn it.
We can make it, let's say, if you had a familiar, what would it be?
Okay. What kind of animal would you like your familiar to be? And whichever one Hexen likes, that'll be the first reading. Okay, I see a chill cat, a wolf. Get a 6-sided die. That's probably a good idea.
I think I'm going to go with the wolf.
All right. So for the first one, we're going to go with the wolf. Sarana is the first one who had the wolf. I am going to grab a die, though. Let's say,
yeah.
We'll roll the die and say that number of that emoji.
Yeah. So I'm going to be using, just so you guys know, the Lubanco Tarot.
Which I love. I'm on the hunt.
But Lubanco. This was off of Kickstarter. I think it's available.
I was just going to say, I think it is available. I just haven't spent the money yet. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, I really want that. I don't want to spend that kind of money yet, but But it's a good deck. I like it.
It's a great card stock too. It's very well made. All right. So do we have a specific question, or is it going to be general reading?
Well, I'm sorry your live chat died. I'm going to try not to eat in front of everyone. General, she wants a general.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, I don't have my fluorite. God, I am useless today. Sorry. All right. You start, Hex, and I'm going to go grab my fluorite.
All right. Ooh, the Lovers. So heads up, this is going to be a little bit graphic for a Lovers card. So the Lovers speaks about relationships, partnerships, love, harmony, choices, and commitments. I would consider this more of a shadow card of the Lovers. And here we see what I think it's the same person. They have the same similar facial features and hair and everything. So here to me, it's almost like the extreme, right, of the Lovers, like toxicity and stuff like that. Like when I see in this particular deck, this Lovers card is almost a type of like self-love or self-care, but toxic in a way. Just because when you see the image, it almost looks like the same person.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So it's a very extreme Lovers. So Lovers, of course, represent relationships, partnerships, love, harmony, choices, and commitment. But this to me talks more of like almost like a toxic relationship with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
This deck is crazy.
Steven, you're up. Because my mouth is full.
I've got the High Priest. So yes, I think there's some lessons to be learned. Some spiritual lessons upon your path that you're gonna gain through whatever commitments you have. Maybe you need to. Maybe what Exon's card was that it's the nature of the commitment. Maybe there's an aspect of a relationship or commitment or something in your path that you're overcommitted, that you're and that's having a detrimental effect upon you because you're overcommitted, and you may need to sort of learn how to rein things back in a little and become more balanced, and that comes from going back to the foundations of your spiritual path and letting the truths and the principles that are the foundations of that just reinforce to you what is the most important things for you to commit to and maybe you can sort of pare back some of the commitments that you've engaged into that are not really part of that, but you've just took it in for whatever reason. We all do that from time to time. We all get involved in too much, and maybe that's what this is telling you. You're literally, it's literally eating away at you. It's taking your energy. It's taking that it's draining you. So what you need to do is go back to basics, go back to the core foundations of your spiritual path, and let that help you and guide you into bringing that balance back in, so that you've got the right amount of commitment and the right kind of commitment that you're following.
Love it. I will tell you, when I connected, I don't know, you'll never believe me, but there was a big cat like either a mountain lion or a leopard or something, which to me is very like go out and get it. Go after what you need. You know, it's a very active animal. It's a I'm gonna go find my prey now, not a never will it be the prey, because it's very active. And then when I pulled the card for you, I'm using Crystal Visions. When I pulled the card for you, it's 3 of Wands, which of course has a big cat in it here. And she is, hi Dana, my love. I have to tell you guys all about Dana. Anyway, and she is looking to be more active on her path. For me, this 3 of Wands is very committed to seeking out what is next in the spiritual life, and for her to be looking through the crystal ball and have her trusty companion of a big cat next to her is very indicative of being able to go out and get what you need. Go out and actively seek the path that you want to be on. Don't let anybody tell you what your path is. To have the Magician and the Lovers to back that up is amazing. It's like, go out and get it, girl. Get after it. Go do it.
As well as the High Priest.
Yes.
It all fell in conjunction, because then that's what I like about this deck. Some of the cards are more like the shadowy side of the card, but it really has, because I was pulling it when I hadn't used it. It had been in order since Tarot Tuesdays, and I just shuffled it today. So
wow. Yes. As well as High Priest. That's right. Okay. So quickly, I just want to tell you guys that I went to North Carolina for my my vacation, and I actually finally met my little Dana. And I will have more on that. I have to get Dana's permission and stuff, but I think I want to share some of the pictures and the videos and stuff that we got, because Dana is such a special soul. She's awesome. And her girls are beautiful as well. And it was just amazing. I just had such a great time. And Dana, while I was there, gave me a very special present, which I'm like, it's sitting next to me, so I so want to show it, but I'm not going to do it because I want to do like a whole video on it. But just know that she's fucking awesome, and pretty soon we'll be talking a lot more about it. Okay. Now, the next person who wants a reading is going to put your favorite face emoji, and I've rolled an 8, so it'll be the 8th face emoji that we see. I know you don't, Dana, but you know me. I got to check with you to be sure. Especially when it's your daughter. Like, I didn't want to share pictures of your daughter without your permission. Okay. 8th. Okay. Woo. Claire 1, Danny 2, Dana 3, Joyce 4, MA 5, Sherry 6, Crimson Moon 7, Claire 8. Claire, do you have a question or just a general? And I'm almost done eating. I'm really sorry, you guys.
You're good. I have a question about my job.
A specific question about your job? Oh, here we go. I'm on a study, training, and job package. Hi, Chelsea. Oh, I love you, Dana. I will say, while we're waiting for the question, that our visit was amazing. Apparently, Layla is her special needs child, who I just adore. She's like my beautiful little princess. And apparently she does not take to most strangers. Like she doesn't usually go to them. She doesn't talk to them. She's not real into people she doesn't know. And she would not leave my arms the entire time I was there. Like she just is the most beautiful, pure soul. I just love that girl. Okay. I really find the job space is just getting worse. All right. I hope that's not the question yet, because I'm not understanding it. Okay, it's not good. I gotcha. Love the job, love involving working with children, but not the adults I work with. Wondering if you should make a change. Okay.
Okay. Ooh. I have the star.
Ooh. Oh, that's gorgeous.
So the stars talks about renewal, hope, faith, inspiration, spirituality, serenity. So I think it's a good indication of if you feel that stepping forward and removing yourself out of that situation, if you're contemplating that, I feel like this is a good sign of actually taking that step. I love how she's rooted in a swamp. Look at her feet. She's like in a swampland and she's rooted to the, like her feet are rooted to the ground.
Beautiful. Yes, that's gorgeous.
So that can also, now I'm picking up on it. It's almost like she's stuck in that swampy mud, right? And she can't lift her legs and move. You know, she's holding on to the trees around her and she's almost stuck in this stagnant water.
Right? Stephen, you ready?
Yes. So I was just looking at the card, getting some
It's all right.
inspiration. Yeah, I've got the Ten of Pentacles. So often I call that the legacy card. What you're leaving behind in this world, what you're here, what your imprint you want to make upon the world. But looking at the scene, the old man is there and he's looking a little bit overwhelmed. He's got the girl here. He's got playing with the dog. He's got possibly the son here. He just seems as if he just wants a bit of peace and quiet. He's got everybody around him, which is good. He's built that family, but he wants a bit of time by himself, and he's not getting that. He's got this, after, even at this stage in his life, he's still got a sense of everybody's coming to him. He's, he's like the head of the family, and they're all coming to him, and he's almost shutting it out with his hands, saying, "Just go away, go away." You can handle this on your own. You feel that he's coming to him with some kind of question that he really could work out himself. And as it relates to your career, you mentioned children. You've got the children sat here. You don't mind that, you said that it was the adults that you had the problem with, and it's like maybe it's the are they relying on you too much when they could work things out for themselves, but they're putting all the responsibility upon you, and you've got the tens are often like the culmination, like almost an overwhelm, like the 10 of wands, the 10 of swords, um, the 10 of cups is an overwhelm in a good way. Um, but maybe you're being overwhelmed with responsibility and different people coming. I mean, you've got all these pentacles here being made. There's some even drawn onto the wall. This production here, there's this. They've all got their own jobs. They all have got capabilities to support themselves and to look after themselves. But I think sometimes people take the easy route and go to the person with the experience. And maybe you're the one with the experience and the knowledge that people are putting on. And you need to find a way to encourage them to do things themselves.
Love that. Yes, yes, yes. So I will say when I connected, I saw a bat, which is kind of an unusual thing for me to see. It makes me think, do you work at night, or is there a possibility for you to work at night? Because it has to have something to do with this question. But I think that is part of the answer, is to look to the nights. Either you're working nights now and maybe you're not supposed to be, or you're maybe that's part of the answer, is to maybe look at working nights. And the card that I pulled is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands for a lot of people is about a celebration, but it's about celebrating the accomplishments that you've had. So it's like the end of a stage, a completion. Daycare center and school. Aha. So you do not. So maybe that's part of the answer, is to start looking towards nights, or something about looking at things through a different viewpoint, upside down. It usually marks the completion of a stage. And so when it's the completion of a stage, it's time to start a new stage. So I do very much see this as, look, you're very accomplished in what you do. You should celebrate that accomplishment, but also look to starting something new. That's what I see with it. However, I will say too that there was no major arcana cards, which always to me says that it's still up in your hands. There is nothing saying that you couldn't stay there.
There was a star.
Oh yes, that's right. You know what? I just got back from vacation, so I'm not thinking. So yeah, it's time to go.
Yeah, I see it now. Like, because, and again, this deck, this is the Lubanco Tarot. It's more of a shadow version to some other cards, because you see this star again. She's like in a swamp, right? And we have a broken tree here already. Almost makes me feel like that was her and her roots, and she's moved along trying to get away, and she's holding on to the branches of the trees up top, kind of to try to get herself out of the swamp, but she's stuck in this stagnant water. So it's time to get out.
Yeah, it's time to go. All right.
I've got a bit of. I had two things with the bat thing as well. If you're interested, when you mentioned the bat.
Hell yeah.
The first thing with the bat is I got energy vampires. Things that are draining your energy.
Yes, absolutely.
And also the way that bats navigate is not by sight, but by sonar, by invisible waves. And maybe the way forward is to trust her intuition more than what she can see around her. To go by what she feels inside and listen to that inner voice.
Yes.
Which will be a more.
Yes. I love it.
Awesome.
Yes. I love you too, Mel, bitch. I mean, So, with the data thing again, I just can't say enough how freaking wonderful little Layla is. She has cerebral palsy and autism and stuff, but she's just such a beautiful little girl. And I never heard such a beautiful sound as her saying, "Mama squirrels, Mama squirrels." And I'm like, I love you. And Peters. Everybody had an S on the end of their name. Peters and Mama Squirrels. She was so fucking cute. But, all right. Anyway. All right. Hi, T. All right. All right. I can't think of another emoji. Somebody else say something. What emoji do we want to see next?
Favorite flower.
Favorite flower. And we will look to the sixth favorite flower. Sixth emoji with a flower.
That was a good tongue twister real quick.
Yeah. They come up quick when they do come up. It cracks me up. Okay, Fatima 1. Oh shit. See? Damn it. All right. Emma 2, T 3, Sherry 4, Claire 5. Mel Begonia, Mel. You have a question or just a general, honey? Mel?
General.
Okie Are you blocking, Mel? Why can't I see anything? Your door is in total darkness, which usually just means they're not letting me in. Hold on. Or it could mean I'm totally fucking squirreling and distracted tonight.
Well, I think I'll start by saying I've got the Queen of Swords. So I think this is all about getting some clarity and being someone that is not afraid to speak her mind and knows what she thinks and is not afraid to say it. And sometimes that can get you into a little bit of trouble. But at the end of the day, you'd rather be true to yourself. And I think that's what the important thing here is. Whatever situation you're in, that the important thing is to be yourself. And the other thing about the Queen of Swords is that she likes to put away all the nonsense, all the crap. You know, she doesn't suffer fools gladly. She wants to get to the point, no nonsense, very direct. And this is saying that this is who you are, and this is who you should be, and you shouldn't apologize for it. You should accept that this is who you are. This is where your strength and your power and your authority come from, and just live it. Just keep doing what you're doing, and let everybody else deal with their own thoughts about what you're doing, and just ignore them. Just carry on. Your responsibility is to be true to you, and everybody else will just have to learn how to adapt to that.
Yeah, Mel, speak up once in a while. My God.
I got the Ace of Wands, which for me represents a new project, creativity, inspiration, a fun environment, and being enthusiastic. So for me, this is like a step to kind of step forward and kind of explore your creative side. If you are passionate, if there's something passionate that you feel very passionate about right now and in this moment, you know, delve in it, hands on. That when I think of the Ace of Wands, especially with this card, we see the wand, right, and then the hands, almost the arms almost caught fire, right, and that is the passion, that fire burning inside of you.
Yeah, it's so funny. All right, it's hard. I've told everyone before, it's really hard to read for someone when you know them so well, because you tend to like put your own thoughts into what's going, and you know too much about what's going on with them, so it's hard not to just go to what you know. It's really difficult, and that may be why I can't see into your door, is because they're like, yeah, you're gonna put your own shit into what it means, so it's not letting me in right now. But I also got an ace. Funny.
Oh my God.
I got the Ace of Pentacles, which is funny because I happen to know that you're doing all kinds of spring cleaning. You've been really working hard on that. And that to me says it's time for new growth. Again, all the aces, it's new beginnings, time for new growth. We're going to strengthen your roots and all this stuff. There's a chance to improve your health with this. There is usually new projects and stuff that you can invest in. There's so all kinds of stuff, like you're clearing out all the stuff that you don't need anymore. And all of a sudden there's all this space for these aces to come charging forward. And, you know, create something new, create what you want to bring into your life. Perfect time, like right after Ostara, when we just got rid of shit, to now begin anew and really pull what you want back into your life.
Mama, your card really looks a lot like this one with the branches and the tree.
It does.
That's insane.
It totally does.
So the wand itself is a tree and it's blossoming.
I would say also like new plants. Bring in some new plants.
I'll just point out the tree. Where is it? There.
Yes.
On the other mountain.
I love it.
And yes, she's there thinking. She's holding a sword and thinking what she needs to put away. So that spring cleaning aspect, what to get rid of to make way for further growth.
Yes. So stop being so wishy-washy and quiet, Mel. Yes. That's so perfect. Bobby, no. Oh, that's funny. All right. The next emoji is going to be your favorite form of transportation. And the seventh person. That's funny. Definitely for everyone else too. That's the general spirit of where we're at in the wheel of the year anyways right now, is we have just purged what we needed to purge, and now it's time to bring in the new. The spring is all about bringing in what's new. Okay. So T1, wait, what number are we going to? 7. T1, T2, Danny 3, T4, Fatima 5. I love Fatimas. Shit, where am I? T6, Laura Hennessy. Hi, Laura. Laura Hennessy 7. Is that where? Yeah, 7, Laura. Oh, I am squirreling. Okay, Laura, do you have a question, my love, or just a general? Hexen's breaking things. General, please. Okay. Okay, before any card is pulled, let me just tell you, Laura, hi Court, love you too. When I peeked in and connected, I saw cotton candy. Weird thing to see, but it means bringing in the fun. So like looking to do something that is childish and fun, and do something to get yourself out of the day-to-day blahs, like go to something that's a little bit childish to have fun. Go swing on the swings, go to a fair, go, do something different to really put some different kind of, immaturity in your life that needs to be there. And the card I chose is the Six of Wands, which is all about victory. So now is the time for you to really, really, really step forward into who you are, to grab a hold of what it is that you want, to inspire people, to understand that you have really done the work behind what has already been, and to allow yourself to have the pats on the back. Allow yourself the break to say, okay, you know what? Things have been going pretty well. I enjoy some of the accolades that you've had. That doesn't mean that the fight is over. It doesn't mean that your journey of where you're going is done. It's not the completion of that, but it is a time anyways to really take a breath and know that there's people there waiting to recognize you for all that you have so far accomplished. It's good.
It's funny you mentioned about the fight and all that, because I got the King of Swords. And here we see, I'm just going to zoom into the background. We see like his army down here, and then he has more army back here behind him. And this, to me, it's, of course, the King of Swords is self-discipline, routine, mental clarity, truth, and a very intellectual. It's of the mind, right? But in this case, what I'm seeing from this is almost like you've always had to have, for a while, you've had that sword in your hand, right? Now it's time to put it down for a little bit, and treat yourself. And you've been fighting for so long. It's not that the fight is over or anything like that, but sometimes we need to stop and rest as well, and choose our battles into what's worth us fighting for and what's worth us letting go of.
And I have the Eight of Cups. So I see that maybe you need to move on from some kind of emotional energy, a situation, and leave it behind and move on to something else. So it may be some emotional issue that you just need to walk away from, leave, and let it get washed away. That energy getting washed away. Like I like the waterfall coming down here. The water's running down. It's almost as if the water is cleansing away that energy. Like the eclipse here is covering it over. And then when the eclipse passes, then it will reveal the sun again, and you'll be able to see the next stage. But the thing that sticks out to me with this particular card is that he's about to climb up. And yes, it may be a bit of a climb for you. It may, and all that symbolizes, it may not just be smooth running on like on a flat road. You may have to really put some effort in to move on, to climb up. But see it as you're climbing up to the next level in your life. It's almost you're going to the next level. You're raising your level up. You're leveling up, basically. So leaving behind the old feelings that you've had, letting that healing coming in and washing away all those things that may have been okay for a time, but now are not. They're not helpful to you. Those feelings, those emotional connections, and there's better things waiting for you. It's time to move on to those.
I love that. And I made you the solo because I love that card. God, that card is beautiful. And I will say too, with the eclipse, that always reminds me that in a short period of time, the eclipse goes through the entire cycle of the moon, which to me always says, whatever you've been going through, you have gone through it, honey. You have gone through every bit of that cycle in a short period of time, which means, whoo, you really have to say, okay, now, you know what? It's time for me to walk to bigger and better. I have already done all this, and going through it again would not take me anywhere good. So climb to bigger and better. Love that. That is, Stephen is using the Druid Craft.
I am using the Lubanco Tarot.
And I'm using Crystal Visions. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good, good. All right. You're welcome, Laura. We love you, sweetheart.
It's funny how we always end up in sync with each other.
I know, I love that. I love that. The next person who gets a reading should... I'm so squirreling. All right, Hexen, pick something, some kind of emoji.
Favorite vegetable.
Ooh, I love it. Favorite vegetable. 7, a 5, and a 2. The 7th person with their favorite vegetable emoji on there.
I don't know. I thought rabbit food for a second.
Rabbit food. Yes, that's right. Rabbit food. Chelsea. Oh, shit. I hate that it jumps so quick. Okay. Chelsea 1. Lori 2. Hi, Lori. Emma 3. Lady Blindwell 4. Danny 5. Sherry. Sherry LeFay. Hi, Sherry.
Sherry.
How are you, sweetie? Now, Sherry, before I pull any card at all, I will tell you that the immediate open the door and immediately there's like mystical energy for sure and a unicorn, which is weird. I don't get like that weird fairy kind of feeling very much. So there's lots of you need to have, to me, usually that means that your spirit guides want you to have some more. Yeah, you're tired. Some more like mystical things in your life. Look to your, or how do I say it? Your fairy energy. Go to fairy energy. Look to your mythical creatures. Try to believe in or look to the the more magical side of life for things. And the card is, can't read. Ooh, this is a pretty card. So where's my camera? I can't find it. So the card is the Page of Pentacles. It's a very pretty Page of Pentacles. I love this deck. Usually this is talking about paying attention to your physical being, your physical aspects, how you have been feeling. So again, tired. That's a good thing. Pay attention to that. You're tired for a reason. What have you been doing that makes you like that? There's messages coming from outside, from the earth. If you see, she's sitting in the tree here, and she's very connected to this tree. The ribbons coming down just say that she's kind of a part of the tree here. The earth wants to revive you. The earth wants your essence to be infused with what it has for you. A lot of times this card means that, you have been working hard, that you have the opportunity. The pages always have opportunities ahead of them, but maybe that you don't know how to get there. So really with the pentacle energy, try to connect with earth, connect with spirit, connect with tangible, the earth if you can. I can't remember where you live, but if it's warm enough where you live, you know, get outside, connect with Mother Nature, because she has a lot to teach you. I know I had a wonderful week in North Carolina and came home and it was 19 fucking degrees, freezing, and snow on the ground. So I don't have that opportunity today, but
I think it's very cool that you mentioned mythical creatures, Mama, and connecting to the earth. I pulled the Emperor, which is Odin.
Oh, he's a cool Odin.
He's a very cool Odin. So, of course, the Emperor means masculinity, authority, power, respect, stability, control, and security. But this, to me, I see this Odin as the Odin that has already been through everything. The Odin that already went through his sacrifice. The Odin that already, you know, got access to the runes and all of that. You know, he's grown very wise, very old. And you see the crown he's wearing are like branches, and they're almost reaching, right? They're reaching up high. So you never really stop growing, even when you feel like you're not growing. And the sphere in his hand almost reminds me of like the wheel, right? Or the cycle of life, right? The wheel that keeps turning, and you have ups and you have downs, right? But overall, you know, he is there. He knows where he's at. He knows what he's doing, and he is very, very wise, but not in an ignorant way where, oh, I'm wise, I know it all, and I can't do any more growing.
Love it.
Oh, he's such a cool Odin.
I know, I love that card.
And Exon has just mentioned about being wise, and I've got the Justice card, and there's the owl representing wisdom. So, so we have that linking again, and this is about having weighing things up in a just and fair way, assessing a situation, making right judgments, speaking true, finding the truth of the situation, you know, with the upright sword, being direct and truthful, and getting to the heart of the matter. If you notice here in the corner, you have a little spider weaving a web. So it's like that web of connection and making that connecting, that intuitive connection that I think was already mentioned. So that just reinforces that. And the thing about the spider, he's the one that makes the web. You make your own connection. You're the one that makes the connection. And the thing about what happens on one part of the web is felt all over the web. So whatever connections you make, you know, what happens in one part affects another part, and that's why we have to be careful about how we act, what we say, because it will have a reverberating effect beyond ourselves. So our actions and our words, and same with what other people do, will have a ripple effect down to us. That's why we need to be careful and make sure that what we're doing is the right thing, is a positive thing, is a just thing, that we're being have integrity in the way that we're acting, which I believe that you do. And in that sense, that as long as you do that, then those connections that you're making will draw in what you want to manifest, like the web helps to draw in, you know, the flies for the spider, if you like. So you can draw in through those spiritual connections, whatever it is you want to bring into your life, just by being true. Again, there's a lot of swords coming up tonight. Even the Justice card has the sword in it.
I want to point out real quick, your card had an owl in it. Mine's had ravens, and Mama mentioned mythical creatures. So maybe exploring into mystical birds and stuff like that, or winged animals as well.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Dana. I truly am sick of this menopause thing, you guys. I'm sorry.
I know. I seen you go through it for a second, and I didn't want to say anything. I was gonna be like, grab that stone thing. I forgot what it's called for a reason. Terahertz. Yeah, that one.
I'm telling you, it's literally like in the span of that reading, I got cold, put a blanket over me, got really hot, had a hot flash, had to like go outside for a second because it was so bad. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm sick of it. Okay. Just don't ever be a girl because it's ridiculous. Okay. All right. Next.
I don't have any plans to be a girl. So.
Well, good, because it sucks. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love being a woman, but you know, like, this is just ridiculous.
I'll remain a girl on the inside.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. So I hope that helped, sweetheart. Give me your best hot flash emoji. 5 and 9. 9. The 9th best hot flash emoji.
The 9 hottest flash.
Yep. Ridiculous. Okay. Dana. Oh, and then it skips. It goes so fast. Okay, hold on. Dana says you would be a hot chick, Steven. I love her.
Thank you, Dana.
All right. All right, Bobby. That's a good one. Jack. Oh, shoot. Wait, what number are we on? Hold on. Dana,
1,
Bobby, Jess.
2, 3.
Yes.
4.
Jess.
5.
Jess.
6.
M.A.
7.
Danny.
8.
Crimson Moon.
9.
Crimson Moon. I love it. Oh my gosh, Lori, look at that emoji. How the heck did she get that? I love that emoji. Oh, it's a pan, isn't it? With an egg? Is that what it is? I love it. That's a good one. I love it. That's a good one. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. That's awesome. I thought it was, I'll tell you what I thought it was a magnifying glass like burning an ant. Because that's what I feel like. All right. Wait, who was it?
Crimson Moon.
Thank you. Oh, okay. I'm going to let you guys go first because I just keep seeing fire images. I have to get through this.
Ooh, 9 of Pentacles.
Ooh, that's gorgeous.
So the 9 of Pentacles speaks about self-sufficiency, financial gain, results of your hard work, luxury, being able to give yourself pleasures, being comfortable, right? And being able to treat yourself.
Give yourself pleasures. Oh, sorry, not that kind of pleasures. Hot flash coming back. No, kidding. No.
Here, though, I see this person almost going on a journey. They're kind of exploring. They've been successful. They've had the success. And now they're like, hey, I've worked hard already. And now it's time to keep going and explore a little bit. Maybe getting out of your comfort zone almost. Because I almost feel like this person is someone that works in the fields, right? And they've already had a successful harvest, right? And now they've collected some of that harvest, and it's time to kind of either pass it on or go on to other horizons in a way.
And I have the Sun card. So to me, it's time to shine. It's time to express yourself. We even have a harp there on the horse, where to express yourself through music, for whatever it is that you find, whatever medium you're finding you can express yourself through, is maybe maybe you have a talent for something. Maybe it's time to use that to express yourself. Don't hide it away. Get out there, shine, let people see it. You know, let people see what it is that you've been gifted with, and maybe you've held back because you don't feel that you're good enough for other people to see it, or to experience what you can bring. But this card is saying that's wrong. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be yourself, and just let that natural gifting come through. As I say, it doesn't have to be perfect, but genuine gifts, genuine talents can shine through, even if they don't shine through in a perfect way to start with. Usually they sort of shine through, but not perfectly at first. But the more it shines, the brighter that shining becomes. So you're not going to start off by being, the best, perhaps, that you want to be, and that you're waiting until you get to that point before you express what you want to do. Well, I'm not yet at that certain stage. No, don't wait until that stage, because it won't come until you start expressing it. That's the way you get to that point. So whatever bit of light you can shine with, start with it, however small. Let's shine that light, and over time that will grow, and it will become as bright as the sun as you keep going. So don't hold back. It's time to get out there and do your thing.
Love that. Love that. I had to pick up my blue fluorite again because after I drew my card, I couldn't remember what I saw in your door already. But what I did see was ravens and or crows, which always mean messages from beyond, from people who have crossed over. And so they have been trying to give you messages. Keep an eye out for whatever it is they're trying to tell you, because they're trying to give you some messages, and they've been trying, and they feel like you are not receiving them. So try to open yourself up and see what it is they're trying to say to you. The card, I hate this camera. Okay. The card that I got is the Knight of Cups, which to me is kind of goes back to what both Hexen and Stephen are saying. This is kind of a boot in the ass to get out and move forward with what it is that you need to do. Or ravens or crows could also mean you dropped a sandwich. I love you, Dana. Usually, the Knight of Cups is about having that impulsive, romantic notion. And that, I feel like that's why you have not stepped forward completely into the sun, because you kind of are all about the romantic vision of what is, and sometimes not necessarily what actually is. And so you're afraid of that vulnerability. But the romantic side in you can lead you to someplace beautiful. If you look at what he is, he's like actually riding a unicorn that has a star at the end of his horn here, with the moon in the background, and the kind of the shadows. It's a very romantic place. He's walking through water with lilies, lotuses, which we know means that stuff can grow out of crap, right? Out of mud, out of all these beautiful things can grow out of stuff that you don't see as beautiful. So believe in yourself more. Step into the sun. Allow yourself to have those romantic visions, and go ahead and be a little impulsive. Move forward with it. You have to be able to take a chance in order to get that kind of romantic vision that you want for your life. It's okay sometimes. Don't be afraid of vulnerability. There's somebody else out there who is looking at that vulnerability as a beautiful thing.
I want to add on real quick. In this card, the person is taking what I see is flowers, right? So
Flowers.
he's carrying his talents with him, what he's good at, his light. And I wanna quote Stephen as well. No matter how dim your light starts off at first, that is your light. And we see it also in your card. The unicorn is holding that light. So no matter where you go or where the path takes you, your light, you carry it with you wherever you go.
Yes. 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 Right, Ty? Yes. Ty agrees. Yes. Yes. Yes.
So cute.
He's so enthused. All right. I hope that helps. How are we doing? You guys okay still?
Yeah.
We've been on for an hour now. Steven, pick an emoji.
Pick an emoji. How about a heart emoji in your favorite color?
Ooh, I like it. 8, the 8th person with a heart emoji in your favorite color. Vulnerability. By the way, just as a last thought, look at Brene Brown. If you've never looked at Brene Brown, she has a Netflix special, I think, and she has several books about vulnerability, and it is awesome at what vulnerability should be meaning. All right, 8th. Holy shit. Okay. All right, Fatima. 1. Lori, 2. Lady Blind with 3. Key 4. Bobby 5. Fatima 6. Spooky 7. Dana 8.
Dana 8.
If I win, give it to Danny, please. He's missed it by 1. She's so sweet. All right, Spooky. I love you, Dana. You're so cute. See, now I'm cold again. I put my blanket back on, but then I will have another hot flash. So I'll just be cold. Pookie, do you have a question, my love? General reading. Okay. Sorry, did I wake you up? I slammed my cards down and Ty just jumped like a mile. Sorry, Ty. Okay, sorry, go ahead. But let me just say what I see in his door because it's hilarious. I love you, Pookie. There's like a big, like very large, flamboyant. What are the pink birds in Florida?
Flamingos.
Yes, a big, like flamboyant flamingo, and that means your spirit guides want you to strut your shit more. Okay, go ahead.
I pulled Temperance. And temperance for me is about keeping a type of balance, right? Being patient, taking the proper measures, harmony, being calm, maintaining some type of balance. Oh, this is interesting. If you see, she has the water right in between the 2 jugs, but the water is coming out of her head. So it's almost like balancing the thoughts in your head, right? She has, I don't know how well this camera's working or not, but it almost around her head, I don't know if you can see that. They almost look like these thunderbolts that are shocking her brain. And then her brain is spilling over the water. Right? So it could be all these thoughts, right? Maybe you have too many thoughts coming in, maybe too many thoughts, too many than you can handle at a time, right? And it's going to be very important for you to take the time and to process your thoughts and what it is that you're thinking or debating, and what it is you're trying to keep a balance in your life, and then what you can continue to balance and what should be taken out.
Beautiful card.
That's crazy. I love this deck. There's so much in there.
Cool deck.
So I have the Hermit. So what I get from this is that you'll find your own way. You'll, and I can believe this about you, that you very much can find your own path. But maybe you need to get to a better position. He's there at the high point there, looking over, and he can see the path here, and he's got he's got a bigger picture sort of view, and he can see clearly where he's heading. So maybe you want to know what's a bit further down the road, and you need to get to that vantage point. But the guidance will come, the light will come by spending that time with yourself, connecting spiritually in the way that you do, and you will get the guidance. The guidance will come to you through that connection. And like he is not totally alone, he has a companion there in the wolf. You are not alone. Your guides, your ancestors, your deities, everything there is with you, but you have to take the time by yourself to make that connection. And there's nothing wrong with having that alone time. Sometimes you may feel that you're on your own too much, but use the time to your benefit to get the guidance and the light that you seek. But position yourself in the best way possible to get that. Like he's had to walk up to the cliff edge there to look out over the path ahead. You may need to take some actions to better position yourself to get that guidance that you need, to get that insight that you need, that only you can get. People may make suggestions, but only you can truly see the way forward. It's down to you.
Love that. Love that. Oh, wait. I forgot. Hold on. You can't see me unless I do that. Okay. It's a good thing Pookie knows I'm a squirrel. All right. Here we're going to do that. This is the Page of Swords in this deck. I love this Page of Swords. Says a lot. And in this situation, I really feel like it is about getting communication from spirit. Look at all the different ravens that are around her. She's got up above and down below. There's lots of communications around. Funny, again, birds. There's lots of birds. Air energy is all around you. And in this case, the pages are always kind of the students beginning the study of, whatever we're looking at. So the swords is communication, is intelligence. So it's really time to learn about yourself through spirit, through writing, perhaps through some kind of communication aspect. She has this awesome sword. See the light. I like this deck because there's a lot of light, those light fixtures there within the swords, within the cards themselves, which is telling me you have a lot to give. But your messages are coming through that they want you to take this time with yourself and with your spirit, to learn more about yourself, There's some things that you need to learn about yourself before you step out again into the big wide world that you're looking for. And now is the time to do that.
That also reminds me of like the water coming out of the Temperance's head, right? It's almost like coming out of herself.
Yes. Yep.
So it's taking
Keeping
that
the
time
balance.
to get to know yourself again, and learn your new likes, your new dislikes, and learn what again, it's a process of us never stopping learning, right? And to me, it's more like getting to know yourself again and all that, and taking the time and taking it all in.
Yes. I love it. Did you see what he said about flamingos? Flamingos exemplify a state of seemingly effortless grace and balance. As symbols of balance, flamingos remind us to seek balance in our own lives. Ding, ding, ding. Yes, it might seem like an elusive state. So that means it's time to really focus on that state for you. Love it. Love it. Love it. And I agree, Jess. I think Barbie really needs a reading. Her poor leg is terrible. I'm worried because her leg is so bad that she might be behind in the video. So we're just gonna do her reading next, just because for some reason I feel like she needs one. And hopefully, Barbie, you need a general, because I have a feeling your leg is so bad you're not gonna be able to tell us. So we're just gonna do a general for her. All right, connect. All right, connection. There is in your door is a snake, which a lot of people are, oh no, not the snake. Snakes are to me a very big sign though of kind of being elusive. The spirit guides are telling you that they have something that you need to see that you have not been seeing yet. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's usually something that you are like purposely turning your head away from, and not allowing yourself to see the truth of the situation. They are seekers of truth. They kind of whisper the truth in your ear. So keep an eye out for that. Whew. Okay, strength. The card that I got for you was strength. I love the strength card. I'm just going to look at it with you for a minute. Whew. It says a whole lot. In this strength card, I love that she's like cuddling with the lion. This is not, I'm going to open up your mouth and, force your mouth open. This is, we're going to hang and we're going to cuddle a bit. And she totally trusts the lion here. She totally is relying upon her own connections to know that she can lie with the strength of the lion. It usually talks about trusting your instincts, about knowing that you have the ability to get through the conflict that you're in. Speak. What is it? There's something I'm missing here. Hold on. What am I missing? The birds. Once again, here we have, again, the birds. So again, there are messages that you're missing. There is people here or spirit here that is really trying to tell you the truth of the situation. And you have to face this situation with love and compassion, and know that you have the ability to handle it. Whatever the situation is, you have the ability to handle it. It's okay. See that? I mean, if you can see her face, she is totally calm in this situation. She's laying with a motherfucking lion, and she is totally calm about this situation. She has no qualms about knowing that she's going to get through this situation, about seeing that she has the ability to go through it. So know that you're going to come out okay. Just listen to the messages that are being given to you.
I drew the Fool, and the Fool talks about a beginning, right? Risks, new adventures, innocence, and impulsive. And maybe it's a way of looking at your situation, right, in more of a Fool kind of way. Of here, the Fool is trusting himself, right? And of course, the Fool represents the beginning of the journey, but can also represent the ending of a journey and the starting of a new one. Here we see the whole cliff, and we see these big iceberg, or these big points. It could be crystal points or ice points, right? And if he falls, he'll almost stab himself and kill himself. But here he is trusting himself to just literally jump over the cliff and make it to the other side. So this to me is about trusting yourself, trusting your instincts, right? And seeing the situation almost in a fool-like way.
That is a really interesting Fool.
Right?
He's neat. The fact that he can almost jump over the cliff, like he can use the ice
Yeah,
to get
and it's
through it.
almost, there's like ice coming off of his feet, and it's creating this bridge that then he can walk over. Like, and
That's
he has
cool.
this like wings of ice, right? And it's like the wind is almost going with him and helping him fly.
Love that. That's really interesting. I like that.
Okay, so bit of explanation here. I have what's called the Feralt card in the Druidcraft, which is Temperance, basically. A Feralt is, I believe, in the Celtic tradition, a Druid kind of alchemist, if I've remembered that correctly. So it's getting the mixture right. It's getting the balances right. Again, it's blending things together in the right way. It's finding that right combination of the different aspects, the different elements of your life in the way that works for you. Because what works for you might not work for someone else, but you've got to find and create your own unique blend, a mixture of energies in your life that it is more effective for you. And I like the fact that here you've got all the different elements. You've got the fire in the cauldron that's producing the smoke, which is coming up into the air. You've got the ground here with the earth. And you've got like a lake here, a river or a lake is the water. And again, you've got a mound almost with like a thing on the top that reminds me of like Glastonbury Tor here in the UK. And from that you've got the rainbow, which is like the sign of fulfillment. It's like a crowning of achievement. Like you get that in the ten of cups, and I think it's in another card as well. But it's like joy, fulfillment. You've reached that culmination, and that comes from finding the right blend of energies in your life. And like any alchemist knows, sometimes that comes by trial and error. You might not get it right completely the first time, but keep trying to bring that balance in. Find what works for you. And if you try something and it doesn't quite go how you want, then make some adjustments until you get the right. And once you get that, you will know. You will know when you've achieved that right balance.
Love it. Love it. Okay. So I'll be honest, I'm starting to wear down. So I'm going to say
Me
like
too.
2 more.
Me too. Maybe one more.
2. I'm going to say 2. We'll do 2
Okay.
2 more quick ones, and then that's it for tonight. I do want to do more of these. And I'll talk to the admins. Maybe we could do like an hour on Saturdays for a couple weeks, so that we could get more people in. Because I know Pookie can join us on Saturdays too. So. All right. So emojis. How about?
Yeah, we'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk. How about your favorite pet? Your favorite pet emoji, and it's gonna be 4, 5, 6. 6. That's 6 favorite pet emoji.
Look at this crazy Queen of Swords.
Woo! Oh, she's cool. She's like the Emperor, man. Except with fire. That's cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. It goes so fast. Like nothing. Bam. Okay. Jess, 1. Jess, 2. Lady Blind Wolf, 3. MA, 4. Jess, 5. Fatima, 6. Fatima, didn't you just say you had to go? Can you stay? Oh, well, no, you said you couldn't do Saturdays. Look at that. Okay, so how about today? Fatima, general, or do you have a question, darling? By the way, Fatima, just for your connection, I see doves. And so there's a lot of peace energy coming through. And it feels like it's because there hasn't been a lot of peace in your life. Your spirit guides are trying to make your Nematon really super peaceful. And so look to your spirit guides to help you kind of refocus, recenter, reground, help you recenter the peace in your life. You have a question about your salon. Okay. What's the question? How will my business prosper? Okie dokie.
All right. I have the 3 of Cups, which to me represents a circle of support, a celebration, a collaboration, a friendship. It could be a partnership of more than 2 people. Well, that wouldn't be a partnership, of course, but what I'm picking up from this one is almost like taking it too much. Like, like when we see the 3 of Cups, we see usually 3 women, a cup in the air, and they're taking a toast to the celebration and having a little drink. Here it's almost like having too much to drink, right? And then taking it overboard and kind of like abusing the success or almost like drowning yourself in all this emotion. It's a crazy card.
My card is the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords is about defeat. I don't see this as meaning that your business is defeated. I see this as meaning you feel defeated right now. That you have been through some difficult times, and that you see how she's like literally stabbed in the back. That you are really feeling like people around you have not been doing you right when it comes to your business. But again, with the birds, and it's a theme of this deck sometimes too, is that the ravens and stuff means that there's messengers looking out for you. There is people around you or spirit, at least around you, that can help you through this, that can help you seek out the correct information, the people who will actually be there to help you, and to seek them out specifically. The doves, don't forget the doves in your Nemeton means that you have had a lot of chaos going on. So try to seek out some inner peace, grounding, recenter yourself, and then this will be able to be behind you.
Okay, so I have the Moon card, and I see that as relating a bit to that, because I think this Moon card represents some of the fears and concerns that you have at a really deep level about how things are going to go and the way forward. Almost like you've got going on inside, like the dogs here are sort of like howling, calling out. It's almost that your spirit's calling out for help, for guidance, because you're a bit unsure as to the way forward. A lot of emotion going on, and I feel that maybe you need to come out of that emotion a little bit and just just keep moving forward. Follow the path. You want to know the right way forward towards success, towards where you need to be, and you've been perhaps a little bit confused about that, where you've got clouds here in the sky, but if you notice, they've parted somewhat to allow the moon to shine through. So some things are beginning to appear for you, to become revealed to you. So you maybe have the beginnings of what may be the way forward. But there's still some things in the shadows that's not yet been revealed. You don't know the full picture yet. So proceed, but proceed with caution. Not fearful, but just be alert and vigilant as you walk in your path. And I believe that these two stone towers here represent there's something significant coming up further down the line. I would say fairly soon, because we can see them here at the picture. There's something that an event, a situation that's going to bring that extra clarity that you need, and there'll be a marking on that path that you will have an experience or something that will almost give you a ha-ha moment, the penny drop, the light bulb moment, and that full illumination will come. But only as you start walking down the path. You've got to walk a bit first before you get to that point. So don't hold back. Watch where you're walking. Be careful, but don't be fearful. Just move forward with confidence and knowing that at some point you're going to get that moment that's going to bring the clarity that you need.
When Steven says be careful, I want to jump on this real quick because it kind of made sense to me. In the Three of Cups again, we see these people that have taken it overboard, right? They've abused that. So I want to say be careful who you're toasting with or who's toasting for you and rooting for you. Be careful who you are surrounding yourself and who you're trusting with, because maybe they're only toasting you for your success or here and there, but in a way, maybe they're using you as well. So just be cautious about who you're surrounding yourself with.
Yes. I see that. I love it. Okay, so the last reading, I want the emoji that most says prosperity to you. And that is going to be, God damn it, 10. 10th, the 10th prosperity emoji.
Oh, look at that Page of Pentacles.
Oh, he's cool. Ooh, damn, that looks like Anubis almost. That's awesome.
Right? Almost, yeah. Or almost Bastet, too.
Oh, yeah, Bast. Yep. Ooh, that's cool. You're welcome, Fatima. All right. Nothing. And then 12 will come through. And all right. MA 1. Yep. Wait, it jumped. Michelle Erskine 2.
2.
Lady Blind Wolf
3.
Trisha 4. 3. 4.
4.
Chelsea 5.
5.
MA
6.
Michelle Erskine
7.
almost there. Michelle Erskine
8.
Chelsea
9.
and Chelsea.
10.
Chelsea, do you have a question or just in general, sweetheart? Fatima, thank you, sweetheart. Okay, so Chelsea, I just wanted to know that when I connect to your Nemeton, and again, this is part of this is when I know you well, it's hard sometimes to read because I'm like, is that just me? But I immediately see your dogs. But so I'm like, okay, no, dig deeper. I don't want to just see your dogs because I know your dogs. And what comes out is, I don't know how to describe this, but to me, it's like your entire Nemeton is full of a big heart that is exploding through the door and like pushing out the door. You ever see like when cartoons have like they turn on the washing machine and they have too much soap in it and it like starts pushing out the doors and stuff? That's what it reminds me of. Like that heart is like pushing out the doors. You have so much love from your ancestors, your spirit guides and stuff inside your Nemeton, which then would make sense if your dogs were in there too, because you're a dog person, that it's like pushing out of your Nemeton door. So keep that in mind. I want to say, and I don't know why, because we haven't talked about this, but that you've been going through a lonely time lately, and know that the spirit guides and ancestors, your Nemeton, they know that, and they are like trying to pull as much love together for you so that you feel that from them. And the card that I have pulled for you. Oh, I love this card. Oh, wait, where's my camera? Okay. Is the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups, which of course everybody knows is like a joyous family and stuff. This is very indicative of that. I love that there's even this ugly little fairy child in here. See, look at it. Almost looks like he has acne. He's like super ugly. I've never seen such an ugly fairy child. But anyways, they obviously love him anyways. It's okay. I will say that this is the future. You have a future ahead of you that is going to be full of emotional connections and full of a blessed home. And it's time now to be grateful for the fact that you know where you're at in life, and to be grateful for the emotional connections that you have, and know that even though you're not feeling them all the way right now, it's like they're just waiting there for you. They're right on the outskirts of where you're at. And this is the future that is coming to you. You have a ton of happiness and blessed life and emotional connections and the ability to really connect to people. And that is going to be rewarded. Eventually you will be getting here. Try not to lose hope until you get there, because I know in the meantime, sometimes when you're really like lonely and stuff, it's hard to think that anything else is coming for you, but it's coming.
I pulled the Page of Wands.
Ooh, look at him.
And so the Page of Wands is about inspiration, new ideas, creativity, discoveries. excitement of new potentials, right? Here we see this almost electrifying is the only way I could think of it because of the hair sticking up like that. This very electrifying energy, right? I love I call it war paint when I see
Yeah.
like, right?
Yeah.
So I feel it's like now is the time to really go in with your hands, you know, and whatever it is that you've been thinking about doing, you know, to take that next step to where you want to be. Now is the time to do it and go all in with all the passion you have, with all the fire you have inside of you. That's crazy.
That fire energy. I love that. That's a great card. Okay.
Set fire to the rain like a bell.
Urus. That's right.
Urus.
And I have the Two of Cups. So to me, this is that emotional sharing. That to me, this is the true love card more than the Lovers card. Because to me, the Lovers card is more about commitment, and it's about making a choice. I mean, you know, I mean, the traditional card, you almost have them like almost sizing each other up as like, well, is this what I want to commit myself to? Kind of decision, sort of that they're facing. The Two of Cups is like they've already decided to make that commitment, and it's the giving and the receiving of that connection. It's, you know, he's offering his cup to her, she's offering her cup to him. It's that giving of ourselves and also receiving, allowing other people to give to us as well. Um, a true relationship, whether it be romantic, a friendship, or any kind of relationship, there has to be that connection where it's not one way. It's that two-way thing. We give of ourselves to the other person. They give of themselves to us in whatever way. So make sure that whatever connection, relationship that you're in, and that there is a two-way sharing of that, and not just one-sided. Definitely not just you giving all the time and never receiving anything. So we have to be open with each other, be willing to receive as well as to give. Some of us find it easier to give out than to receive. Some of us find it very hard to receive. Um, I mean, I would say that I'm one of those people that always finds it harder to receive. So if that's you, I get it. I understand it. But the true bonds of any relationship come by as being willing to be vulnerable. Um, Not totally reckless, but vulnerable. It's building that trust where you can open up enough to allow that flow to go backwards and forwards. Uh, and as that relationship grows stronger, it becomes easier to do. Once that trust is built up more and more, you will be able to do that more effectively. Um, so make sure that the relationships that you're in, whatever kind of relationships they may be, whoever you're connecting with, are people that are not just taking from you, but also giving back to you as well.
Yes. I am going to say that I feel like there is a general theme to a lot of the readings tonight about vulnerability and fear of vulnerability. And so if you all have a chance, I go back and look. I'm hoping, I think it's still on Netflix. Brene Brown. It's BREN apostrophe or something, you know, with the line above it, E. Brene Brown. And it's like a lesson on vulnerability or vulnerability something. If you look it up, it was on Netflix not too long ago still. It's a great lesson to really make you feel like, you know what, yes, I can step out of my comfort zone and show myself for who I am. And vulnerability can be a beautiful thing. It's not easy. It's not something that you walk into blindfolded. But it can be a beautiful thing, and it can be a lesson to us on how to walk forward in our life that maybe we haven't been doing. And so that keeps kind of coming up tonight. So I just wanted to say that to ask you guys, take a look at it if you have a chance, because it really is a beautiful, beautiful lesson. I actually sat down, I made my husband sit down and watch it with me when it first came out, and he even liked it. And he's kind of, a skeptic person, so it's really a good lesson. And I pulled a card I have sitting over here, my one of my favorite oracle decks from Terry Foss, which I can never remember.
Earthly souls and
shadows.
That
one.
Earthly souls and shadows, or something. Maybe?
Something like that. And so the card that I pulled for all of you collectively is Create. And it's such a beautiful card. Hold on, I'm going to show it so you guys can see this as a create. And so create what you want out of life. We have the opportunity right now in this time right after Ostar, right before Beltane, which is one of my two absolute favorites. I know, don't drink, but it really is. My two favorites truly are Samhain and Beltane, although I really do love the one that's upcoming. I do love that. But Beltane and Samhain are two of my absolute favorite times of year. And I think it's because of the opportunities that come up and the new things that can come in your life, and the we're closer to the veil on either side. This side happens to be the Fae world and magic and all the mythical ideas of life. And it's such a great time to be alive as right before Beltane, as Beltane is coming up. So I think it's a wonderful creation, a time to really get out there and see who you are and create something new. If you don't like where you're at, do something different. It's okay. Are you kidding me? I'm still drunk from the time you said something was your favorite. Oh, shut up. Okay. Anything else? Anything you guys wanted to say before we go?
I just want to say something real quick. Just remember that life is always a turning wheel, and we're going to have ups and downs, and, you got to stick it through and, do what's best for your situation in the moment and stuff like that. But, I feel like sometimes with all the stuff going on, like in the world and stuff, like there's definitely people that feel hopeless, and no matter how dark it might get and stuff like that, just know your worth, know your light, and just know that it'll get better. It'll get better because the wheel will eventually turn, because the wheel is forever turning.
Yes. I agree.
And I'd say I feel that's been a common theme tonight. Again, about vulnerability, but it's been very much of the air element, I feel, tonight.
Yeah.
Lots of swords, birds. I mean, even with the Queen of Swords, places on cliffs, the Hermit at the top of the cliff. Even the Eight of Cups that I had was about climbing up to a higher position to get a better overview.
Changing your viewpoint,
changing your viewpoint, getting a higher perspective on situations. So I think this is a time of there's lots of communication that the universe wants to communicate to us, but we may need to shift our focus to a higher level to be able to get those messages.
Yeah.
So this. I mean, even here in this Cups card, I thought, well, there's no air element here. There's no mountains. There's no cliffs. Excuse me. The clothing is being billowing, moving, the movement with the air. So it seems to be a common theme at the moment. That does. So we need to connect to that.
Yes, I love it. Thank you all for joining us. Next week will be a regular Tarot Tuesday. It has a very, very special topic. I don't know what that is yet, but I will figure it out very soon. What else? Everything
It's
else
a
is
surprise.
yes.
It's
Everything
a
else
surprise.
is going. Go ahead. What?
And it'll be most surprising to Jen when she finds out what it is.
Yes, I will. I will be blown away. Okay. Yeah. Everything else is kind of going back to normal. We're starting normal show tomorrow for the living room. We got some awesome stuff in North Carolina. I can't wait to show you guys. I actually got my admin's a present from North Carolina, but so keep an eye out tomorrow for a new show, and everything else is kind of going back to normal. So we will be seeing you more.
Normal? What's normal?
Oh yeah, there's not a whole lot of normal in this group, but a little tiny bit anyways. All right. So I love you guys. Thank you for joining us. And we will try to do this more. I know we say that a lot, but I would really like to because we really always really enjoy it. So yay. I love you.
Love you.